Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. All right, it's time. It is time, folks. It's time to talk about this draft. It's right around the corner. Got a lot of things to get into because, man, this could really change our franchise. This can absolutely turn us around and really get us going in the right direction. But before we get there, all right, I want to cover this Jamal Adams stuff really quickly. So, news comes out that Jamal Adams is going to skip the Jets' voluntary cyber workouts. Okay, I made sure to voluntary. I made sure to say that. Okay, because when I heard the news, I said, "Oh, they're voluntary," which means he doesn't have to be there. I get it's a cyber workout. He doesn't even have to do anything except sit in front of that computer screen. But they're voluntary. If you want to skip them, no issues. I remember Le'Veon Bell skipped some actual voluntary workouts as well when he first got signed here. People went crazy about that. I didn't care. Voluntary. But for me, what made me start scratching my head was thinking, hey, I get they're voluntary, he doesn't have to go to those, but why is this leaking now? Why is this news out right now, right before the draft? Why even, why is this being put out here now? Starts to make me wonder, is this a sign of things to come with Adams? We all know that Adams is looking for a new deal. He's made it very clear, and the Jets have kind of been back and forth communicating with him about it. He said that they've kind of had some talks, but nothing too crazy. We also know, that there was rumors as well, and that rumors popped up again recently, same right around the time of this report, that the Jets, are willing to take calls on him. Joe Douglas has done interviews since then, and he has said that he does want to make Adams a Jet for life, but he's definitely going to pick up the phone if teams are calling about him. This kind of echoes the same stuff that they said around the trade deadline with him as well. Um, apparently they were shopping him then, and teams were calling about him, and Joe Douglas, was taking the calls and seeing, hey, what can we get? And that caused a big hoopla. Adams blew up about it. It was a whole lot of stuff. But I look at this situation and I say to myself, listen, you know, everyone knows how I feel. I love Jamal Adams. I think he's great. But I think if you can get a haul back for him, you can get some picks and a solid package, I definitely would do it. I think he's a great player. I think he, is a great safety. I think he's one of the better safeties in the league. But we need so much on this football team. There are so many needs. I just don't know how you turn. I don't know how you turn, a lot of picks down if they're given to you, especially when you're looking at this offense and a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold that you have pretty much just. I mean, we have put Sam in such a bad. We are killing him. I mean, we've literally put him in such a bad situation. It's been unbelievable. We've pretty much done everything in the handbook of how to ruin a franchise quarterback. Change your offensive schemes a couple times, through his rookie year deal. Give him no weapons. Give him no protection. Get him hit, all the time throughout the season. We've done that. So it's like you got to start investing. The 32nd ranked offense in the league is not going to win you anything. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get something back for Adams and, not to have to pay him the boatload of money that I believe he's looking for, and he's been very clear that he wants, dude, I would do it. Especially when you have no corners, you have no pass rushers, your offensive line is still spotty, and you need targets. Whew, man, I would definitely do it. But I want you folks to comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. I know some people are not interested in moving on from Adams. So let me know what you folks think about that and just everything that's kind of surrounding him right now. So with that moved on, I want to start talking about this draft, okay? This draft is huge, and I want to get you folks' thoughts on this draft and who you want in the first round. That's all I'm going to cover. I'm not going to go all the way through the draft because that'd be a lot. I really want to get you folks' thoughts on this first round of who you're targeting. Okay, for me, offensive line help is big for me, and I think that that's what we should be targeting in the first round. Now, there's a little something to this, though, because I talked about in the offseason. And the option is still there, and that option is Trent Williams. If I'm Joe Douglas, I'm picking up the phone before this draft starts, and I'm calling the Redskins, and I'm saying, listen, will you take a third rounder and a fourth rounder for Trent Williams? And at this point, I think that lowering that asking price is going to be lowered, and I think they'll take that. I think they'll take that for Trent Williams, and I trade for him. Now, if I can get Trent Williams, before this draft starts, oh, that opens up my options because now I'm not forced necessarily to take an offensive lineman in the first round. If I don't have Trent Williams on board, though, I gotta figure out what I gotta do at my tackle spot. I've got to shore that up without a shadow of a doubt. So if I can get Trent Williams, it kind of changes things. But if I can't get Trent Williams, the guy that I absolutely want is Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas is the guy that I want. If he's there at 11, without a shadow of a doubt, I take him. I take him. I think you can put him on that left side. He's good to go. That's going to be a huge piece, a franchise guy that we're going to be able to lean on for the years to come, said and done. But if I can get Trent Williams, I look at this situation and I say, okay, I'm sitting at 11. Is Jerry Jeudy there? Is CeeDee Lamb there? If one of those guys are there, I'm taking one of them. I'm taking one of them. I'm taking one of them, baby. And guess what? Sam's got himself a new toy. I'm going to keep addressing, wide receiver, through the rest of the later rounds as well. There's going to be some picks in the later rounds. If I'm the general manager, definitely are going to be wide receivers to continue to bolster the roster. But I'm definitely going to give him a Jerry Jeudy or a CeeDee Lamb. For me, I would take Jerry Jeudy. I like Jerry Jeudy. His route running is amazing. I understand CeeDee Lamb is a monster after the catch, but Jerry Jeudy is that dude. I mean, there's not a route in the route tree that he can't run. Smooth, in and out of cuts, really smooth. He's got good hands. I just like Jerry Jeudy, so I would take Jerry Jeudy. But I don't knock anyone that is a big CeeDee Lamb fan and very interested in CeeDee Lamb. Now, let's say we don't get Trent Williams and Andrew Thomas is off the board. That's when things really get rolling, okay? If Andrew Thomas is off that board, I like Willis. Maybe he's there. If he's there, I take him. I think Tristan Morris is going to be gone, so I'm not even going to put him in that. I think he's going to be gone early. The guy that could be sitting there is Mekhi Becton. Here's the thing about Mekhi Becton. I like Mekhi Becton a lot. I do. I think he's a good player. But I got some questions about this dude, and it's starting to kind of scare me a little bit. It's two questions. One is his weight. This dude is big. I'm talking big. I think he was playing, I think they said like 360, 370 at one point or something like that. Like he can't play at that weight in the NFL. That's just not happening. He has to get his weight under control. If his weight is not under control, big issues. There could be a lot of big injuries that come from that because that weight and him being that tall, that big, it's a lot of stress on his joints. And the way he's going to have to move to get out to, handle these pass rushers that's in the NFL, these guys that are running, low 440s, okay, and they're big as well, but they get around the corner, a lot of bend. You can't be that big in the NFL. So that's one thing that scares me. The second thing that scares me is this drug test that he popped on. Listen, I know he didn't pop on a drug test in college, but for you to pop on a drug test right at the combine makes me start to wonder just a little bit about your character because it says something about you, okay? From the time, you start playing football, all throughout high school, all throughout college, if your goal is the NFL, you know for a fact that the combine is, they don't play no games. They're going to know everything about you. I'm talking everything. They take you from pillar to post. They test you from top to bottom. They're going to know everything about you, his medical report, all that stuff. They're going to see it, and they're going to know. So if you know that, and you know that this is, every test is going to be ran, if you can't put down or stop whatever it is that got you popped on that drug test, it starts to make me wonder, What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And we've seen players, again, I'm not saying Mekhi Becton, has major issues. I'm just saying if you pop on this drug test, it makes me wonder because we've seen players in the past that have that tremendous talent, but they couldn't keep things straight elsewhere, and so that took them off the field. So it just makes me wonder, you popped on a drug test here. What's happening? Starts to make me wonder a little bit about your character, and that I could see that scaring Joe Douglas off. I really could, because if you take Becton and those concerns continue to pop up throughout his career, and he's missing time on the field because of that, and we bust out, and he doesn't become the guy that could be that cog right there on the line for years to come, dude, that could set this franchise back a long time. That really, really could. So I'm wondering how Joe Douglas views that as well, and where he is on Joe Douglas's board. And if, again, I know some people are saying, it's just he just popped on one drug test, no big deal. For me, it's got me looking at him slightly different. Slightly different. Makes me wonder a little bit, makes me a little hesitant, to take him from, 2 weeks prior, where I was just like, hey, if he's there, yeah, I'll take him, no issues. The weight stuff he can kind of get in control, but then boom, the drug test. And it was like, whoa, wait a second. So Becton is the guy that kind of has me a little worried. But, I mean, man, I could still see us taking him. But, again, it makes me worry a little bit. So comment down below, folks. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this draft coming up? Are you nervous? I know a lot of Jets fans are nervous, and I understand why. This is usually where we fall apart. Usually our drafts, especially these past couple years, have been like, ugh, they've been real bad. But, I think that Joe Douglas, and especially this new front office, this new staff we got, I think they're going to turn this around. I really do. I have a belief in them that they're going to be able to make some changes and get us headed in the right direction. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think about the offensive line position here. Who would you take in the first round? Are you concerned about Becton? Are you still on the Becton train? Does the drug test not matter to you? If the tackles are off the board, say all 4 tackles are gone, who are you taking then? Are you a fan of CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy? I know there's some people that even are saying, hey, Henry Ruggs for them is their number 1 wide receiver on their board, and they would take him over everyone else. Is that how you feel as well? So let me know what you folks think about that. Let me know how you folks are thinking about this draft. Also, Trent Williams. Is anyone interested in him as well? Are you not interested in him? Let me know. Comment down below. I want to go back and forth with you folks. I want to get some Discord going. I want to talk about it, man. I want to talk about it. So please comment down below and let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.